Good
How
morning.
are you today?
Fine, fine.
What time is it where you're at?
8:34 in the morning, Saturday.
Okay, so all right, that's a decent time.
Yeah,
Give me
no
one second. I'm
problem.
gonna pull up the questions. So everyone, you already know this, but I'm Nase Sanders. We're here with the writer and director of Woman of the Photographs, Takeshi Kushida. We actually already spoke. We met the other night. We had a separate interview that we did entirely in Japanese that I gotta throw subtitles on, and then we'll put it up on the Bushwick Instagram page, so you guys will get to check that out soon. But today we're hanging out totally in English, just for you guys. So Takeshi, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Give a quick introduction.
Yeah, my name is Takeshi Kushida. I am a writer and director of Woman of the Photographs. I have been working as a TV advert director for 15 years in Pyramid Film in Tokyo. Woman of the Photographs is my first feature film, and I'm very honored to be a part of Bushwick Film Festival this year.
Fantastic. Well, we absolutely love the film, so we're super happy to have you. So, COVID-19 has made things very difficult for all of us, of course. How have you been doing this year?
Um, I have been doing a lot of things because Uma of the Photographs will be shown in Japanese cinemas from January
Oh, wow.
2021. And I have been preparing for theatrical release since April. So
Wow.
it's been a lot of time.
Yeah, it's been a busy year.
Yeah, I have to make a phone call to cinemas for booking the screening and
Oh,
making a
wow.
flyer, trailer, poster. So it's been
Okay,
exciting.
wow. Yeah, that is exciting. Congratulations, theater releases. That's so cool. So, what inspired you to make this film?
I was inspired to make a film about relationship between woman and photographs since 10 years ago. At that time, I was making a poster for cosmetics advertisement with the Japanese actress. And she was obsessed with retouching her image. She had her exclusive retoucher, and she told him to make her eyes bigger, remove the necklines, trim the waist. And finally, she changed her face and body totally different from real herself. And she looked very happy with the result at that time, but she quit the actress after a couple of years. She didn't tell us why she quit, but I thought that she couldn't keep doing actress because she confused the reality and imagination. She was successful to change herself to be liked by a lot of people, but as a result, she lost who she really is. And that kind of case was only for exceptional people 10 years ago, like singer, model.
Uh-oh. Is it just me or is it frozen?
Filters.
Oh, it came back.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think it
sorry.
froze a bit. Can you say what you just said again, please? I'm sorry.
Yeah. She was successful to change herself to be liked by a lot of people, but as a result, she lost who she really is. And that kind of case was only for exceptional people 10 years ago, like singers, models, actresses. But now a lot of women are changing their figures in photographs by using retouching applications and filters. So I decided to make a film about women and photographs now.
Okay, so then definitely the first woman that comes into the shop is based off of the woman that you met. Are the other characters based off of anyone in particular?
Yeah, I have to confess that the main character of the film, a lonely photographer, is based on me. Yeah. There are a lot of similarities between filmmakers and photographers. They both
Definitely.
shoot the images. But I wanted to make a story about photographers, not filmmakers, because the way they shoot the image is very interesting. While photographers are shooting the model, it's like a movement of insect. They move a lot. So I thought it's gonna be good in this film because this film is about the man and woman and the story of insects.
That is such an interesting way to put it. I've never thought of it that way, but you're so right. The way they follow is very insect-like. That's amazing. So jumping into insects, the praying mantis imagery was interesting and also very fitting in this film. Was this an element of the story from the beginning, or was it something you incorporated later?
It was a part of my original screenplay. And before I started to write a screenplay, I decided the target audience. And my target audience was male over 35 years old. In other words, I wanted to make a film for people like me who like horror, romance, and comedy. And as the film is for male, I thought that enemy should be female. And in order to create the female villain character, I was thinking of the scary aspect of women. And finally, I found out the habit of praying mantis. Because female mantis eats male mantis after the mating to get the nutrition for giving a birth. And I started to do research for praying mantis. And I met the professor who specializes in praying mantis. And I asked him why the male mantis allows female mantis to eat him. And he said that it's because male mantis is feeling the ultimate pleasure when he is eaten by female. The male mantis view of the life and death is totally different from human. Male mantis reason of living is leaving offsprings. And male mantis knows that his existence becomes greater by sacrificing his body for the female mantis. And I thought it makes sense. So I decided to make a film about a man who sacrifices himself for a woman in order to feel his existence greater and overcome his negative feelings.
Wow, that is so interesting, and it really fits perfectly in the film. So I already know the answer to this question because we spoke before, but are you from Tokyo?
Originally, I was not born in Tokyo. I was born in Osaka, the west side of Japan.
And the filming was in Tokyo, though, correct?
Yeah, I have been in Tokyo for 15 years.
Wow.
To make to be in film industry.
Wow, that's fantastic. So how did you scout out the locations for this film?
We just walked and drove a lot. Because
that's perfect, that worked.
Yeah, we used a lot of days to find the location. Because I think that good location is very important to make a good film. And if I can get good locations, I don't have to give detailed direction to the actors on the set, because actors understand what kind of acting they are required when they see the good location.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we maybe used 2 months just walking and driving to find the
Wow.
location.
So at the end, where were the locations? What locations
uh,
did you end up using?
the old photograph shop is in Tokyo. The
Mm-hmm.
place called Omori. It's a
Okay.
place of it's not like Shibuya. It's not like
Yeah.
noisy part of Japan. It's quiet, and that kind that shop has been doing 40 years in
Oh wow.
photography store. So it's great. And rest
Wow.
of the scenes, the outside the scenes are shot in Chiba.
Hmm.
Chiba is maybe uh, 2 hours drive from Tokyo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very natural place.
Yeah. Nice. So the cinematography for this film is absolutely amazing. All the beautiful locations you found. Did you already have a working relationship with the cinematographer Yu Oishi before this project, or did you come together specifically for this film?
Um, I have been working with Yu Oishi for more than 10 years.
Oh wow.
And, and every year we make 30 TV commercials. So we knew very well. And,
Good.
and I knew that, and this is his first feature film as well
Mhm.
for the cinematographer. And I knew that he's going to shoot amazing scenes, even though
Yeah.
Woman of the Photographs is his first feature film to do director of photography.
Wow. Can you tell us what commercials you guys did?
Commercials.
Yeah.
Haichu, do you know?
Okay.
The chewing gums and
Yep.
a lot insurance company and
Oh, we don't know
a
insurance
lot, a
companies.
lot.
Okay, but Haichu, that's a fun one. Cool. So, what is next for you? What are you currently working on other than commercials? Something else.
Yeah, I am working on next feature film, and
Ooh.
I'm I just decided the subject.
Can
The
you tell us, or is it a
yeah
secret?
yeah yeah. I can tell you. Next
Please do.
film will be a story about tooth pain
Mm.
because the tooth pain is common throughout the world,
Mm.
and now everyone can have a photo smartphone and shoot image. So visually we can feel the sympathy,
Mm-hmm.
but tooth pain or pain cannot be understood by other.
Yeah.
That's the how people are living. We can visually understand what they are doing, but we cannot understand the emotion or how painful it is.
Mm.
Uh, so it's uh, the subject of the film, and I think the tooth pain can be understood by uh, everyone on the earth.
Mm.
So, and I want to make a film which can be shared by people with different language, different culture, and different race. So it will be, tooth pain will be a good subject, I think.
I think so too. That sounds really interesting. I love it. That's another odd one. That's cool. So we have a few questions from the audience for you. So the first question here is the scene that the guy talks about his lost daughter was sad, but the happiness he received from seeing an image of his daughter as an adult was beautiful. How did you decide to put that scene in there?
uh, you mean the slow camera moving thing, I think.
It was
How,
when the older gentleman he gave
yeah, I know.
yeah, to like digitally make
Yeah,
the daughter older.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that kind of thing, the making lost children big in picture, there's
Mm.
an habit in Japanese northern place.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Japanese prefecture called Yamagata,
Mm-hmm.
and if if parents in Yamagata lose his children in
Mm-hmm.
young generation, they make drawing of
Mm-hmm.
lost children became 30 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
the marrying photography,
Mm-hmm.
a picture, marrying drawing,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a temple where focus on that kind of drawing.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you go there, there are a lot of marriage paintings and photographs, but nothing is real. They are
Yeah.
all created images.
Oh, wow. That is
And
so interesting.
yeah, it's called Musakari Emma. Musakari Emma. It's
Okay, we
maybe
learned
difficult.
something today. So
Yeah.
nowadays, do people still draw them, or is it done like digitally, like in your movie?
Now they are doing digitally,
Okay, wow.
but at the time of like a war period, a lot of people, a lot of parents lost their children in war
Yeah.
period. So there are a lot of drawn in mid 40s, and
Mm.
yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. That's so interesting. Okay, so we have another audience question. They say, do you have an opinion on humans' real image and their social image?
Yeah, uh, real image. I think uh, social images. I,
Mm,
I'm thinking that the reason why we started social image, why we start SNS is enjoy the real life. But now it looks like things are going different.
mm,
Some people are taking photo to make a social image,
yeah.
and not it's not enjoying real myself. And
Mm,
generally, people do things to be happy, but in fact, people are getting unhappy. And
mm,
so I think we have to think of real life more than social life,
mm.
and to enjoy the real life. I think it's important to love myself,
Yes.
love myself, and not don't love the social image of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to love myself, I have to love another person, because
Mm,
uh, real me doesn't exist without the other. We can only see
mm,
ourselves through the eyes of others.
mm.
So it's important to make just we just need to make one person who I can love and who loves me.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. So all right, we'll do two more questions before I let you go. Oh, hold on. Another audience question just came in. They said, congratulations on your film, Takeshi. What will your suggestion be for a filmmaker making their first feature after COVID?
Oh, sorry, once again,
So what
question.
is your suggestion for a filmmaker who's trying to make their first feature now?
Ah, it's so simple. You just need to uh, make a phone call to actor and
Hmm.
get his or her schedule.
Hmm.
If you get the schedule, you have to make the film.
Okay.
It is so simple.
I
And
like that. That is
yeah, if
the easiest advice I've ever heard.
if the schedule is decided, everyone becomes active to make a film. It's
Yeah.
important to get the actor's schedule first.
Okay, I like that. Getting the schedule first. I haven't heard that one before. That's a good one. That's good. So we already spoke about this, but where did you learn English, Takeshi? Because I think that's a really interesting one.
I went to film school in England.
Yeah.
I stayed in England when I was 20 and from 20 to 23. So I stayed in 3 years. And the school is called Kent Institute of Art and Design. And that school is, I think, the most experimental film school.
Really?
Yeah, not very good for getting a job, but but I was huge influence on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So how can we find you? What's your social media? Are you have a website? Where do we see where your next stuff is coming out?
We have official website, womanofthephoto.com, and we have Twitter of Woman of the Photographs, and I do Facebook. So please follow us.
Nice. And actually, I have one more question. Do you edit your photos when you post on Facebook?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, he does it. We heard it here first, everyone. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. It has been awesome. We'll see you next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, we're still here.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you, Nase.